Hi, hello, welcome to Michelle Price, Lightworker, doing some Oracle card. Let me just move my camera down a little bit. Oracle card readings tonight, mediumship if you need it. I've also got my pendulum. I shall grab it out of my little drawer here. So if you need any yes/no answers, swing your questions my way. Let me know what you need tonight. Comments, queries, questions. I'm a little high on energy, so please forgive me tonight. I am pretty excited. I had a beautiful expo that I did over the weekend, lots of readings, almost 24 readings over the weekend. So as you're logging on, let me know what you need. I can see there are 39 people on at the moment. Lots of comments on spiritual events directory. I'm also cross-posting to my own page. Cat, pregnancy, hey? Let's have a look at that. Pregnancy, cat, you are on my list. Now, if there's anyone on my page that would like to comment or otherwise, please pop your comments in and we'll have a look and see who I want to come to tonight. Now, if you want to connect with me one-on-one, there is a link in this post. You can click on that and book now is the button to push. My availability that way. Jess, hello. Just having a look through all the different names who are around here. Love. Amy Law. Amy Law, I've popped you on my list. I think Amy was watching my joint Facebook Live the other night. Which was very interesting. It was a little bit tricky, that one. We had a few technical issues. Amy, I'm pretty sure Amy was on there. Love, Amy, I'll put you down. So romance, that sort of thing. Okay, Shell, Marie, one of your spirits giving me a message, amazing feathers falling. Oh, yeah, wow, Marie Paula. Popping you on my list. Now I'm going to sort of get into the readings shortly. I'm just writing a few names down that I'm particularly interested in. Feathers, Marie, let's check on that, see if any energies come through for me quickly tonight. Crystal, happy to look at mediumship. Just let me know what in particular you would like. If you are watching on Michelle Price, a Lightworker, feel free to comment and I will have a look at those comments as they come through. Swipe left, there we go. Can't see anyone commenting on my page yet. Tara Lee Spina, where am I at spiritually on the right path? Tara Laspina. That's a great question. Where am I at spiritually? Tara, may use my sacred geometry cards for you. Spiritual. I'm just going to write a note, sacred geometry. They're very good for a little high vibrational stuff. Welcome to the show tonight. I'm going to be talking to you for about an hour tonight. So don't fret if I am skipping you. LeGray, wow, that's super interesting. Some great questions tonight, guys. Love this. LeGray, gonna pop that down. Activity around home. Guides letting me know that they are there. Activity around home. A lot of paranormal type questions tonight. Guides. All right, hopefully I'll be able to read my own writing when I get there later. I try and read faster or write faster than I can write. Hello, Ebony Park, watching on my own page at the moment. Hello, welcome aboard. Please, Karen, yes, Karen, mediumship. Let me put you on my list. Mediumship messages. Karen and I know each other, so I know who she's talking about. Mediumship, great. Karen, you are on my list. I'm just going to color code that. Now, anyone else who's after mediumship, just let me know who you would like to communicate with and I can have that for you. But in this hour, it is easier for me to know who we're communicating with. One-on-one doesn't really matter so much. Now, if you have something I can give you a yes/no answer for, please. Oh, Becca, yes. Becca is wanting to move home. Let's have a look and see what's on the cards for Becca moving home. Question mark. Let's have a look. All right, so going to, said she doesn't trust it would work, please. And he got my friend is going to give me a new chance, but said she doesn't trust it would work. Nicole, that is complicated, isn't it? That is complicated, huh? Nicole, I'll try and do Whispers of Healing or Nature's Whispers or something like that. They've got a few genuine friendship cards in them. Friendship. Trust. Let me see if I can remember that question later when I come to it. All right, I'm going to skip down to the business. Oh, interesting. Business in my education and event center. What was the question, Ren? Business My Education Events Centre. Is there a question there? Just maybe you just rewrite. I'm just not entirely sure what that may mean. Now, Tanya Peterson, I'm going to come to you. Yes, no. I'm going to do a pendulum for you. Tanya Peterson, stay in home. Yes or no? I'll do stay in home. We'll do some pendulum for you. Question mark. Yes or no? Grabbing my different coloured highlighter. Very organised. No. Stay in home, yes or no? So I'll do pendulum for that. All right, going to scroll down to the bottom. If anyone wants mediumship, let me know who specifically you'd like to hear from, and I will try to come to those people. Now, Cat card, I'm going to come to you first for pregnancy. Do we have pregnancy on the cards? I'm going to draw some fairy cards for you. They've got a pregnancy card in them, so let's have a look and see if it is there. If it's not, doesn't mean that we're not going to have a pregnancy in the future. It just means maybe not right now, or it's not the right focus, not the right time. So we'll have a look for Cat first. I'm going to use the fairies. Hello, Mira. Hello. Everyone else who's coming on my page, please let me know when you are there. Not a lot of comments on my own page, Michelle Price, the Lightworker tonight. Generally there are maybe some issues with technology there. But certainly if you are on Spiritual Events Directory, welcome to the show. I'm going to be doing a little bit of mediumship tonight if you require that. I am clairvoyant, so I do close my eyes a fair bit. So if you do have any queries or questions and I haven't seen you or commented, please message me again. So just copy and paste your comment. If I haven't mentioned your name, I'm not ignoring anybody. I just come to people as I am drawn. So Spirit draws me to you. Lots of love and light to everyone who is watching tonight, sending out beautiful energy towards all of you. Healing. I'm a healer as well. So I do a reading healing combo for people during the week. Very common, very popular, I should say, where I do mediumship, whatever you need, a lot of business, health, all of that sort of stuff. And I also do a healing on the end of that. So pranic energy and or Reiki. I'm also a mentor, so I teach people to develop and discover their gifts, and Reiki practitioner and master. So I can teach Reiki on the Sunshine Coast from my home here as well. Cat coming to you for pregnancy, huh? Let's have a look. Any pregnancy on the cards for Cat? Just going to have a look at that. Now, when I open my eyes, I will check your comments again. So make sure you copy and paste when I have my eyes open so that I am drawn to you. Now, Spirit will take me to you when it feels that I need to come to you. And obviously, if you're in dire straits, then sometimes I private message people after the show, or I may ask you to private message me so we can touch base further. Especially if there's a query I don't think I can handle in the show, then we may touch base that way. Now, Cat, sun is here, past into now. Now, if we don't have a sun already, that's indicating that your sun has tried to come through. So that can be through a loss, pregnancy loss, where a child's been trying to come through, but sun is there. So that's pregnancy, indicating something around boy, but that's generally boy in spirit. Yeah, so boy in spirit, so trying to come through, that's past into now. Desires within reach. Now, the next card's probably going to make you laugh. I'll just give you the heads up. Desires within reach is a goodie. Yeah, positive. So it is on the way. Divine timing. So that's positive. Now, this is going to make you laugh. Practice. Yes, and I won't go into detail about that. Practice, okay? And healing is happening here. So healing there. Now I will show you this because this has time frames in it. This particular deck, and spring is September, October, November. Now we're in May at the moment. So having a think about spring, you can see the little bubble in the flower opening there. So this is an answer to your prayers, and that's the timing. So healing happening, and the timing, spring, September, October, November. So Cat card, hopefully that answers your question, my friend. Amy Law is after love. So Amy, I'm just going to do the romance cards for you tonight. We're over here. Danielle, hello. Danielle, watching on my page. If you want mediumship, sweetheart, just let me know who you want to connect with. Just give me a specific name and or family member, and I will be happy to communicate with your loved ones in spirit. In this amount of time, it is easier for me to know who I'm coming to, as opposed to just hitting and having a little hit in the dark, if you like. We only have an hour together. Amy Law, love. Let's see what's happening with Amy Law and her love life. I'm very curious, Amy, so I want to know just as much as you do. Beautiful. Hello, everyone who's coming on. Now, I won't be doing mediumship all night, guys, so have a think about other questions. Danielle Brennan, none. Yes, beautiful. Danielle, I'm going to group you in with Karen there, so I like to do all my mediumship sort of together. That's how I operate. Brennan, none. So just going to pop you down. I won't be doing mediumship all night. So if you want to communicate about, you know, health, if there's job inquiries, if there's yes, no answers I can give you, please let me know, because mediumship does take a little bit of time and energy on my part. And I've just been at an expo all weekend. And yes, I'm high on energy, but mediumship does take a little bit of time. Arena, work moving forward. Which direction will I follow? Arena, love. Arena, I can give you some guidance around that. I'll have a look at life purpose. Burrow, what was it? Work, which direction? So I will do some life purpose for you, work, and have a look at that. Arena, you're on my list. Now, if I've mentioned you, please stay online, because I will come to you and I'd like to get lots of feedback and make sure I'm on track. So if there is any inquiries, you don't have to give specifics, but if you want to, fabulous. Love that. Amy, that one's just popped up. Separation, that's past into now. That just flew out of the deck. You saw it land face up. So separation, and that's past into now. So it would indicate being separated from, spending some time apart, separation, past into now. Let me have a look at the other cards. Past and, present and future. Marlon Burkhoff, what are you after? Is there anything in particular? I've just seen your name, Marlon or Malin Burkhoff. Let me know if there's anything in particular. I've just seen your name pop up. Isn't that funny how spirit just draws you to someone? And she's saying she's been on a few times, and I haven't seen her yet. Is it just a love? Okay, sweetheart. Yep, love. Romance. Let's do that for you. I'm getting a lot of indications to my right as I say that. So someone in spirit here, masculine on my right, just as I connected to yourself. So Marlon, hang on. I will come to you. I've got a long list here, but I will definitely come to you. Amy Law, I'm just going to have a look at your present and future cards. Hello to everyone who is coming online tonight. 63 watching at the moment. Hello, everybody. Hello. So nice to see you all. Amy Law, not that I can see you all, but I can see your beautiful names and your beautiful comments. So thank you. Appreciate that very much. Amy Law, love. I'm just going to have a look at Amy. Wow, Amy, this is nice. Stay optimistic in the present, optimism. So we keep progressing, positive thinking. Let's just keep one foot in front of the other, keep moving ahead. So if we're with somebody at the moment, it is optimistic. If we're single, then that is remaining hopeful that someone will enter my path and cross my path, let's say. Stay optimistic. So if we're with someone at the moment though, optimism, let's keep doing it. It is worth it. Moving forward, honeymoon, that would indicate we are generally with someone taking some time away from the rest of the world. So getting together, taking some time away, I should say. But it can also mean that if we're single, there can be distance between. So distance between, that can sometimes be different countries, that sort of thing. But optimism is, you know, hopefully someone coming our way soon if we're single. And moving forward, honeymoon. So that's getting away, you know, usually together. It could be meeting this is future, meeting someone and having a little getaway quite soon. But honeymoon. Now, passion is on the bottom of the deck. And that is, you know, showing, expressing, you know, putting yourself out there, putting your heart on the line, getting to know people. But passion, yeah. So heart, you know, leading with your heart, following your heart, following your intuition, really. So that's a good one. That's a good one. This would indicate someone, you know, so definitely someone coming, especially that one as well. So not too far off by the looks of it. Optimism's in the present. Yeah, so I'm pretty optimistic, Amy. If we're single at the moment, happy days. Yeah, it doesn't feel like too far off for me. Amy, you are fabulous as always. Marie Paula, feather. Now, Marie, I'm going to use what I usually use for mediumship, butterflies. Going to use those. So let's have a look at those for Marie. If you are just coming on at the moment, for May and June, love for May and June. Hopefully like this time. Marlon, just explain love for May and June. I'm not sure about the month reference, but I will have a look at romance for you. I'm just not sure about the May and June reference, or is that if you're asking whether they're coming in May and June? Not entirely sure. May and June. I'll just put a note there, and if you can explain further, that would be amazing. I'll just put May, June, and I'm just going to get you to explain what the May, June reference is. Is that someone coming in May, June? Is that what you're asking? Marie Paula, feather falling, feather falling. Let's have a look at that. Marie, just going to come into that question. I just want to ask Spirit, feathers, feathers, feathers. Let's see what comes up with the feathers, and if I can get some guidance, that would be amazing, amazing. All right, feathers, feathers, feathers. All right, getting some indications here, some energy coming into the room. Now, the feather, it looks like it's connected to a grandfather. For me, it is masculine or male energy, grandfather. Longer hair, not super short, not shaved, anything like that, but longer hair, sort of down to ears, sort of behind ears. It feels like I don't get haircuts probably as much as I should have. That was when I was living. Grandfather. Feeling like grandfather, yeah, to me. Let's see. I'm just going to do life changes. These are life changes. Oh, wow. You saw that one fly out. That's self-employment, working for myself, working from home, but generally for myself. Yeah, not working for anyone else. Self-employment, doing my own thing. That's passed into now, Marie. Feather falling does feel connected to older male. Feels like grandfather for me. Older, not so much father. It depends on your age, I guess, too. Yeah, and I don't know your age. So older male. Looks like grandfather to me. Longer hair, yeah. Now, I'm going to have a look at present and future, for present and future. Now, what it feels like is encouragement. I want to say encouragement. You see the feather? It's encouragement. I want to say time. There's almost a time, patience, waiting. Time like this, wait. Okay, they're good cards. Now, supports in the present. So that generally indicates we're going through something. So loved ones will let us know they're around when we are going through stuff, you know, challenges, emotional, that sort of thing. Support is in the present. That one is in the future, courage. Both of those indicate we're going through some stuff, generally emotional. Both of them were upside down, so that shows me we're going through it, going through the work. So Marie, hopefully that makes sense for you. The bottom of the deck for me is a clarify. That's leaving, and that's a loss of a loved one. And that is the sort of leaving, grieving card, loss of a loved one. So hopefully that makes sense. You've got support and courage in the present. Feathers letting us know we're doing a good job. We're heading in the right direction. So a little bit of reassurance for you. Certainly nothing to worry about with that one. Tara Lespina, spiritual. Yeah, let's have a look at life purpose for you. Spiritual though. Tara Lespina, let me know, guys, if you are enjoying what I'm talking about, if it's making sense. Let me know. Love to get feedback. From my brother Jay. Oh gosh, it's serious. Wow. Okay. My computer's making funny noises at the moment. I have no idea why. Jay, where have I seen your name? It's serious. I got a message from my brother. So Jay McNeely, your brother is in spirit. McNeely, brother, mediumship. Popping you down, and I will get a message. I didn't realize it was serious. I've popped you down. Mediumship. So there you are on my list in pink. So I'll group all the mediumship inquiries together. I don't feel like I'm, skipping anyone, but I do like to do mediumship all in a row. All right, Tyler Lespina, spiritual sacred geometry. Marlon, okay, all right, I've written down those months. Let's check for those months. It's a good question. Let's check for those months. Marlon, I may even use my pendulum to confirm that, if that's the question that you have for me. Scott, good evening. Good evening. Belinda, I keep seeing the number 717. Belinda, 717. 7 for me is Ascended Masters, Belinda, Divine, so angels, all of that sort of stuff, but Ascended Masters, not recently, human, passed over. 1 I tend to associate with life purpose, but also new beginnings. So 717, it's an interesting one. That's my take on that. Okay, Keki, all right, so just scrolling down, life at the moment, Keki, card, just going through your messages at the moment. Hannah, now I'm not skipping anyone. I will come to people after I've seen your sort of questions. I don't feel like I'm skipping anyone. Wow, Leanne, that's amazing, Leanne, my lordy. Now this will probably be the last mediumship inquiry that I will take. Everyone else, I'm happy to have a look at other things if you've got other things going on. Mediumship mum, owl. That actually reminds me of a very amazing reading that I did at Mount Tambourine on the Gold Coast. The owl and mother reference rings a few bells for me, so I'm very, very drawn to you. Going to have a look at that. Now, for the last mediumship inquiry, if there's any other, inquiries that you have about anything else, happy to have a look at that. But I probably won't be doing any more mediumship tonight because that will take up a fair amount of time. I've got 4 down here at the moment. So if you've got health, if you've got business, if you've got, anything else, relationships, romance, any of that sort of stuff, let me know. I love these spiritual inquiries too. So if you have anything about your gifts, if you have anything about guides, let me know. And I've got my beautiful sacred geometry cards I'm using at the moment. These are Metatron. As I said, these are Metatron sacred geometry. It's going to use those for Tara Lespina. Fabulous name, Tara. Fabulous. Tara, let me have a look at spiritual spiritual stuff for yourself. Let's just get some guidance around that, hey? Tara, what I want to say is you're incredibly switched on. Very active is what I want to say. So yang energy is the doing, all of that. Very active. Now, I feel like a lot of energy, buzzing. I also feel healer with you as well. So healer, but definitely clear sight, because your eyes are very open. So seeing through your eyes, very open, clear sight, yeah? So clairvoyance, vision streams, all that sort of stuff. You can see it, you can create it. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Conception is new ideas, new projects, giving birth to something that's passed into now. New ideas, new projects. So that's that creative energy. You can see the sacral colors there, the solar plexus, as I mentioned, the yang. Blue is communication, so throat space. So conception, that's giving birth to new ideas, new projects. So really there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming through for you now. You may be doing a bit of channeling, ideas coming in here, ideas coming in here, channeling. Okay, so just notice dreams when you wake up, meditation, moving meditation, yoga, a lot of ideas pop into my head when I'm doing that sort of thing. So we're giving birth to something that's passed into now, new ideas, new projects. Notice all the good ideas dropping in. How good's this? That's the vision. Third eye chakra, amazing. Indigo, yeah. Third eye chakra, very open at the moment. So if you're not super seeing, get some crystals to enhance that. Amethyst, very good for third eye. Lapis lazuli, very good for third eye. So getting some crystals to really enhance that. That's in the present. It's using the third eye. That's very good confirmation of what I was seeing with your gift of sight up here. So that's going to help you switch on a lot of other abilities and a lot of other gifts as well. Third eye. Moving forward, it's making allowance for. That's kind of making room for this. 9 is humanitarian. 9 is doing, being of service, helping, healing, being on the front line. So 9, the number there, very, very good for what you're moving into. This is really a light worker for me. I don't know why my computer is making that noise. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Making allowance for, making room for, creating space, moving forward. Letting go of control. All of those things is that, yeah? So moving forward, communications on the bottom of the deck, that's healing through words, can be healing through words. When you're talking to someone and they're going through stuff and you're like, I don't know how I know this, but. So it can be a form of intuitive counseling like I do, or like a life coaching type situation, but certainly speaking through here, teaching, mentoring, all of that sort of stuff for you moving forward. So Tara Lesfina, see if any of that makes sense for yourself. That was fun. If anyone else has any spiritual inquiries, let me know, because I love them. Activity around home, the grey crosser, guides. Let's see, guides. Maybe I'll use mediumship for that. The grey. Do I want to use mediumship? Activity around home, guides. Is that what's going on? Let me pick up all my cards first. Oh my God, all my cards are on the table. The grey. I want to use those for the grey or the angel reading. Angel reading I'm going to use the grey crosser. So let me use these. Activity around the home. Let's have a look. Okay, now throwing those on the floor. The grey cross, activity around home, guys. Hello to everyone who's watching. Hello. Beautiful, Marlon. I will do my best. I'll probably only have time to look at love for you, sweetheart, because we've got a lot of people and we've only got an hour. But certainly feel free to tune in next week as well. You can always ask week after week whatever your questions are, and I do come back to people, of course. If they come back week after week, I do come and move myself around. I try to mix it up a little bit. Okay, activity around home. The grey crosser, activity around home. Let me just have a look around home. See what I need to know there. Activity around home. Are they guides? What's going on there, Tara? Oops, just coming into home to have a little look. Tara, what do I want to say around home? Activity. Goosebumps. I'm getting more of a... feels more spirit for me. It doesn't feel guides so much. It does feel spirit. So either past over loved one, something like that. Let me just see. I'm getting some indications around that. It feels different to guide. Guides are very cold for me. I'm not feeling so cold. Does feel spirit. Now it does feel on my right, which is male. It does feel on my right, male, masculine, around home. So let's see if we can pinpoint that. That's interesting. That is interesting. The temperature's just dropped for me, so that could be a guide. You could be right. What I want to say is it's taking me to stairs. Is there a set of stairs? Is this a two-story? Because there's stairs, either front stairs, back stairs, or internal stairs. So take me to stairs, So whether it's like creeping up the stairs or something like that, they're taking me to the stairs. Okay, so see if that makes sense, if you understand what I'm talking about there. I am quite cold now. The temperature has dropped. This would indicate male on my right. Anything that can give me physical appearance, and I will pass it on. Now, that's funny. Now, a lot of the time our guides are connected to us from a previous life, from past life. Now, what I am seeing, it's going to sound very funny, but you think about cowboys and Indians, it's actually more the cowboy for me, which is going to sound really funny, but it's the hat. It's like the 10-gallon hat is what I'm seeing. So I don't imagine that could be ancestral, but generally speaking, these guides are connected to past lives. But I'm seeing the 10-gallon hat. So it's little cowboys and Indians, but more the cowboy than the Indian at the moment. Okay, Tara, sorry, the Grey Crosser. I have to cross out Tara's name because I keep going back to Tara. Travel is passed in now. Just drew some cards. These are the angel reading cards. Travel passed into now. Not doing so much of that at the moment unless it's domestic. Pretty tricky. So Tara. Oh, the grey. What am I saying Tara for? Tara, I can't get it out of my head. Hang on. Stress in the present. This is for the grey. So stress. As I said to the other lady, we are, we're going through stuff. Often guardian angels, ancestors, past life loved ones, that sort of thing will show up. Give us some assistance. Now, this does feel around stairs. It does feel around stairs, whether there's sort of the creaking, the movement, that sort of thing going on, but it feels around stairs. Stress in the present, going through something or other. 3 is great strength, the number 3. And look at that. Here I am talking about 3 over here, double 3, heightened, double that. Great strength. Shows we've been through quite a bit of stuff, generally emotional, challenges, that sort of thing, been through some things. Not your first time here, sure you know that. Not your first time here, but this is opening our eyes a little bit more, bit of an awakening going through. So I do feel guide, but I'm seeing the big hat. So connection to that from previous life. That's the first time I've seen anything like that. It's very Western, very cowboy and Western. Bullying prevention is there as well. That's someone usually standing over us. So that may come into this emotional sort of stress and what we've been going through. But usually someone using standover tactics, standing over the top of us, dominating, that sort of thing. Can be work, can be relationship, obviously. Sometimes some of this went through this at school. That's the overall message. So just see how that fits in as well. But a little bit of bullying. So they will show up for a reason. But this is an awakening. So we're definitely opening our eyes. Yeah, a little bit more. Sorry for the buzzes and the funny bell noises. I don't know how to stop that. It's just happening on my computer. I have no control over that at all. Welcome to the show. Thank you everyone who is tuning in. Kate, I do gift vouchers. Yes, I do. You can private message me, love, and I can send one out to you, Kate. Fawcett, who is watching tonight from Michelle Price, the light worker. Now, Karen is after some mediumship. So I'm going into some mediumship. I'm going to grab the butterflies. Karen, I'm going to tune into your person. And I will move through all the mediumship now. So I'm not skipping anyone, but I'm just going to move ahead to all the mediumship. I'm going to group everyone together who is after the mediumship. So if you are just logging on, let me know what you need. I'm more than happy to have a look at what you are after. Kazalin, I'll do maybe the romance. And when I say romance, it's like relationship type cards. I can feel you really need it. Kazalin, Joel's relationship. I'll write romance. They're called romance cards, but I'll use that. Piece from X. Let's see how I feel about that. I can see you really need it. I've just popped you down on my list. Now, if you are just tuning in, let me know what you need. Karen Baker, mediumship. I'm going to connect to your person over here. Just see what I need to know. Karen, any messages for Karen? Just tuning in over here. Yeah. Karen, what do I say to you is don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Goosebumps. So don't allow anyone else to steer you off track, if that makes sense. Don't let anyone else steer you off track. So outside influences, keep that to a minimum. Don't let anyone else steer you off track. He's doing his usual pose, Karen, doing his usual pose against the wall. Let's just put that out there. You know what I'm talking about. The cigarette in one hand. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Good. Let me just see. I do like this caravan for you, Karen, still. I do like the caravan still. I know I keep pestering about the caravan. I feel like I want to get my spiritual and creative stuff going. Yeah. More of the reading, more of the creative, more of the feminine down the, left side of the body, right side of the brain. I feel like I want to get into that groove, and I feel like that's going to change a lot for you. Yeah, I feel like that's a big part of what we're doing here. Let me draw some cards around that. Now, there is an older female greeting me me as well. So that does feel female, feels like mother's side. So potentially mother's mother. It does feel well, feminine, definitely older. So mother's mother coming through for me, and sort of a wavy, sort of curly hair. Yeah, so a bit of body in my hair. So see if you understand that as well. She's sort of light sandy, the way that she's coming through to me. So just wanted to share that with you as well. It does feel like a couple of different energies here. Just gonna put this. Oh, Karen, look at this. Realizations and epiphanies, huh? So things are starting to make sense. Things are, gelling. Listen to me. If I'm telling the truth, great. If you feel like that's truth, fantastic. But I want to get you more into that creative, doing this, readings, drawings, artwork, all of that sort of stuff, really good for you. It's going to change your situation, everything around you. Self-employment's working for yourself, doing something for yourself, very good confirmation of what I'm talking about. This is good. Grief work in the present, releasing anything around this person or anyone else that we've lost, anyone else in spirit, grief work. This is also breakdown of relationships, that sort of thing, grief work in the present. So going through something emotional. Karen, what did I say? Moving forward, moving. Now we do have to do the work though. So I feel like we need to do a bit more of the creative expression for this to happen. It changes everything. Yeah, but the moving card is there. So it's on the cards, definitely. 100% tick it off. Yeah. Realizations and epiphanies. Anything dropping in that makes you feel like this is a great idea. Let's do that. Follow that guidance. Karen, hopefully that makes sense for you. Danielle Brennan, Nan, wanted to communicate with Nan. Danielle, just going to come over to Nan over here. Karen, thank you. I love you lots. My sister. Danielle, just going to come over here to Nan. Now, a little cool, good, different energy coming in. Now, Danielle, what I want to say, the energy is coming. That's very quick. Now, I want to reference the flowers. I like the flowers, and I want to say pink. This has been coming up for me a bit. It was coming up for me at the Expo, but I want to say the pink flowers particularly. Something about the flowers, pink. So flowers in the garden, flowers used to love, but it feels like maybe relating to, funeral, passing over, some sort of tribute, memorial, something like that. Pink. It's pink flowers for me in particular. There are pink flowers on these cards. These are the butterflies, so they do have cards with flowers on all of them. But I love these cards. Love these cards, but we're referencing pink at the moment. Okay, back over here. Now, Danielle, what do I want to reference? I feel like she's putting my earrings, whether that's her feathers or something. We talked about feathers signs from spirit before, but I feel like she's pointing my ears, the feathers. It's also reference to hair. I feel like hair. So whether you've changed your hair, done something to your hair, cut it shorter than usual or something like that, I feel like hair, but I feel like also the feathers. So reference to maybe leaving feathers, finding feathers, that sort of thing. But also just notice hair. I feel like changing hair. Something about the hair, different, yeah? All right, so let me just draw some cards here. Just want to clarify what I'm talking about at the moment. The other thing I want to say to you is drink more fluid, yeah, water. So drink more fluid. You need fluid in your body. Just want to say that. Watch your hydration, yeah, watch your hydration. It's a very grandma thing, isn't it? Decisions, bottom of the deck. So we've got some decisions to make. That is the overall clarifier. Now, past into now's relationship dynamics. So that one is upside down, shows me some work happening, past into now on relationships. That can be relationships with a lover, husband, friendships, circle, that sort of thing as well, relationships. So reassessing, culling, doing some culling. I feel like being a bit more selective about who I allow into my life with this one, upside down. That's boundaries for me as well, boundaries, yeah, past into now. Putting up boundaries, saying no, not doing things out of obligation, that sort of thing. Relationship dynamics, good. It's reassessing for me, reassessing. In the present, new exercise program. So making some decisions potentially around that. A little bit more activity. What I do want to say is nothing too intensive. It's kind of in between. We don't put ourselves into adrenal fatigue or anything like that. A little bit in between. So like your, swimming, that sort of exercise, really good. I just feel kind of low impact. They're giving me, well, as I said, they're saying CrossFit to me as well. So CrossFit, that's not low impact. CrossFit. CrossFit. CrossFit's coming up. Well, that's high intensity. Ignore everything else. But right, recovery. Balance it out. So we're doing the CrossFit, which is like the more high intense. Make sure you're balancing out with like a swim or something like that. So balance, equality, balance for this. Got there in the end. Windfall moving forward, upside down. Money coming, cash coming, but it's upside down. So we have to have a little bit of faith. Now, this is also about manifesting. So what I do with my business is I say to Spirit, please provide what I need, for this week so I can get through. Thank you in advance, let it go. I may do it monthly as well. Thank you in advance, let it go is very important. I feel like we're going to manifest a little bit of extra cash. So ask for what you need. You can be specific and allow spirit to deliver it to you. Sometimes I find they match me dollar for dollar as well. That can happen as well. The windfall, unexpected, upside down. So I do feel like manifesting and bringing that in. Okay, Danielle, hopefully that makes sense for yourself. Now, we don't have pink flowers. Do we have pink flowers? There's some pink flowers in the background there. And they look like roses that are shut. Roses that are shut. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. It may mean something. She was indicating the pink flowers for me. Danielle, Jay McNeely, brother. Now, this was a serious one, Jay McNeely. So let me have a look over here. Let me just see who I've got in the room. Thank you everyone who is watching. I'm doing mediumship at the moment, so I will have my eyes shut a fair bit because I'm staying connected. Once I jump out of here, then I'll have a look at your comments and questions and queries, and I'll get to as many people as I can. If you want to connect one-on-one, the link is in the post. Click that and click book now, and you can check my availability that way. Let me just have a look over here. This is Jay McNeely, and we're connecting to brother. Now, Jay, what I want to say, there's something about reference to cupboard, cupboard space, cupboard something about cupboard, something about cupboard, something in the cupboard, something like that. Cupboard is what I want to say. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. Something about the cupboard. Cupboard, reference to cupboard. It doesn't feel like I'm opening, it doesn't feel like I'm like moving or putting in storage or anything like that. It actually feels like I need to look in the cupboard. There's something in the cupboard, something about the cupboard, something about that, yeah. Whether it's like my presence is around there or something like that, but I just want to say cupboard, reference to that, yeah. Jay, is there something in reference to like particular shoes or something? So it's like cupboard and shoes. So whether there's something that I need to look for, but that's what I want to say. It's cupboard and shoes, yeah? So something shoes where I have my shoes in the, whether it's like a walk-in. It does feel like a standalone cupboard though. It feels a little bit more old-fashioned. So hopefully this is making sense for you. But that is what I'm seeing. I want to say proud of my sister. Now, he's speaking kind of to you through me. So proud of my sister. Sometimes they speak through like that. Proud of my sister, proud of my sister. I want to say proud of you. There's a reference to the cupboard and the shoes. So see if that makes sense. So maybe a cupboard you need to look in. If you had a cupboard, like a standalone kind of cupboard, that's what I feel like I'm looking at. It's brown. Yeah, the old sort of fake timber like looking thing. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah. There is an indication here of holding hands. That's support, holding hands, support. So it does feel like whether you supported him through, the passing or something like that, it's the holding of hands, It feels close and it feels like the attachment too. So support. Sharing happy, good, it's like good memories. Remember the good times? Yeah, good times. Not so much the other. Yeah, so good times is remembering that. Now, finances is on the bottom of the deck, so that's my clarifier. So assistance with that, that being considered at the moment. These are life changes cards. So finances on the bottom of the deck, that's my clarifier. Healthcare change. Now, these are all very in alignment. Healthcare change, body change, and hobbies. So we've got two that are very similar, health and body here. So healthcare, body. So really looking at yourself, aging gracefully. This is coming out of the chrysalis, so as we age, our body shape and all those sorts of things change. We can't do as much, we want to maintain our health as much as we can. Hobbies is doing the fun things, the things I'm good at to build my confidence. So when we get nervous, we focus on service. For example, when I was trying to do my business, I would do something, sometimes readings for free, just so I was getting the energy flowing in the right direction. So hobbies can lead to a side hustle. They can lead to another source of income, which is finances. So doing those little things that are fun, that you really think, oh, it'd be really fun to like sell jewelry or, do whatever, make art and sell it, or go to a market stall and have a little stall. It's that sort of thing. It's like making a little bit of cash out of something fun. Okay, that's what that speaks to me of. So hopefully, Jay, that makes sense. Some of that. It was all confusing with the cupboard, but let me know. Send me a message and I'm happy to elaborate and hear from you as well what that may mean. Leanne Schultz, medium. So your mum, you saw an owl and wanted to communicate with mother. It is getting quite cold here at my end, which is quite normal during mediumship, but quite cool. And so this will be the last mediumship inquiry I do. Then I'm going to have a look back at my news feed and the comments section and see who is online and what I need to consider in terms of you guys. Give me some feedback though. Give me some feedback and let me know if I am on track. Marlon, I have a few before you. Yes, I'm just getting all the mediumship out of the way. I've got Leanne. Then I've got Becca, coming back to Becca, Nicole, Tanya, Arena, and Marlon. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 before you, Marlon. And I'm just doing Leanne at the moment. So 4 after Leanne, before yourself. Leanne Schultz. You can watch this back later, though, if you need to pop off. You can watch back. I do post this in my newsfeed and you can watch it back, but only when I finish. Leanne Schultz, Mediumship. I'm just going to have a look over here. The owl. Oh, wow. Leanne, what I want to say first is the moon. Feels like the moon. Notice the moon for some reason. I know it's a slim moon at the moment, like a new moon, but I feel like watch the moon cycle, something about that. So notice your, I guess, lunar cycle, you know, your body, how it changes with rhythm with the moon. Something about the moon, an interest in that, whether it's like planetary, that sort of thing, but I feel like moon, something about the moon, whether it's the owl, the moon, what was the moon doing, that sort of thing. I feel like the moon. I just want to reference that first. Leanne, I also want to say color, something about the color. So color, lots of color around, whether it's rainbow color, something about the color, healing, color therapy, something like that, color. Color. Let me just see. Leanne, is there? This feels arty for me. Either mum or yourself, the artist. It feels like a lot of color, expression through color, creative energy, that sort of thing. You know, it's eclectic. It's quite eclectic, quite creative energy. So whether that's like I painted murals, you know, that sort of thing around the house or something like that, I just feel like a lot of color. It feels like painting to me. A lot of color. So see how that fits. Hopefully that makes sense either for yourself or mum, but the artist is what I want to acknowledge. A lot of color. The colors I'm seeing are mostly sort of red. And sort of pastel-y, darker, but red, sort of pinks, shades of like a kind of a dark gold. There may be a painting that I've done or something like that, or something I've got hanging in my house, artwork. But it's like, it looks like flowers, roses, something, but it's all different sort of shades, golds, pinks, red, deep red, crimson, so all different colors. It looks like a painting. So see if you understand what I'm talking about, but that's what she's showing me visually. So hopefully that makes sense. Give me feedback, of course, always with the mediumship. I like to know if I am on track. Just doing some cards just to clarify for you. It feels like they're creative, portrait artists, something about that. Seeking and finding is looking for answers. So someone who asks a lot of questions but also wants to know the answers to those. So seeking and finding, asking the questions, looking for the answers. It's very philosophical. Someone who's quite philosophical. They can be asking the big questions, universal questions. New career, past into now. That would indicate a change previously, so past into now. Had to get a drink of water. New career change, so transition, something different. Look at that. How good is this? Self-employment. So that would indicate working for yourself. If we're talking about yourself, working for yourself. So out of, transition out of, and then we're working for ourselves, self-employment. They're the pink flowers there too. Isn't that interesting? Very, very pink. Oh, lots of pink flowers. More authentic. It's following your heart's purpose, following your true purpose. We're not in our self-employment yet. We need to be. So transitioning out of something else into self-employment and working for myself, doing something for me. Following your heart, that's being authentic and that's being true to you. Lots of pink flowers there. So maybe I was getting the heads up on pink flowers a bit early, I reckon. That's what I reckon. Lots of pink flowers for you, Leanne. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, this is a guide. Mum is a bit of a guide for you. Notice the owl. The owl is wisdom. So it's tapping into your remembering, tapping into your inner wisdom as well. So notice the owl as well. That is definitely a sign. But there's something about the moon, following the moon, lunar cycles, that sort of thing. Could be coming into life purpose. Could be part of the self-employment card. But the moon, I feel, is really important reference. Okay, now coming back to Becca Maya, Are We Moving House? Becca, I'm going to use my Goddess Guidance cards. Hello to everyone who is watching on this Monday evening. So nice to see you all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to be here for this hour, as always. Now, I'm going to come to Becca. I'm going to come through to a few of you now. Anyone else who is on here who needs... Oh, Christine Marie Clark, yeah. Love that question. Connection to spirit, heightened connection to spirit. Christine, I will get some info for you on that. Correct connection to spirit. I'm pretty high in energy at the moment. I did an expo over the weekend where I was doing a lot of readings, and I'm zinging. I'm zinging, let's just say that. It's very exciting. Lots of good energy. Hi, Jade, newbie. Jade, welcome. Let me know if there's anything you would like. Christine, I've written you down, sweetheart, so I am going to come to you, so you don't need to comment anymore. Just scrolling all the way down to the bottom. Christine, I have seen your comment, so we are good. We are good. I've got you on my list. Thank you, Elsie. Elsie's saying I look pretty. Thank you. All right, Becca Mara, moving home. Are we moving home or not? What is going on, Becca? Let me have a look. Becca, I'm seeing the key. Hooray. So that generally means I'm moving. Seeing the boxes. So that is good. Doesn't feel too far off. I'm seeing all the key signs for me for the move. That's what I like to look at. Now, Becca, what I want to say is trees. It feels like more trees. So tree change, more trees. You know, still suburb, but it feels like more trees around. It feels a little quieter is what I want to say as well, a little bit quieter than where I am at the moment. So a lot of good signs for me here. Now peace, nothing to worry about, it's all working out. Hooray, it's passed into now. A lot of water around there too, so indication of potentially, you know, water around, whether it's lake, river, creek, water around. Guiding children, so we're moving into an area where we could work with more kids. This is a working with kids card. It's also guiding your own, but it generally indicates I'm working with people with children a little bit more closely. So tomorrow in the present. Inner goddess, look at this, Aphrodite, moving forward. So that's tapping into your inner goddess. You understand what I'm talking about there. It's more spiritual, more feminine, doing more work in that realm, inner goddess, Aphrodite, moving forward. Bottom of the deck is bold. This is sticking to my guns, staying the course, keeping your eye firmly on the prize. Bold, Freya. Becca, hopefully that makes sense. I'm seeing the keys, I'm seeing the boxes. I feel like we're good. I feel like we're very, very close. Peace means nothing to worry about, and that's passed into now. Nicole, friendship. Can we trust that? Can we trust that? Now, this is a friend a little bit nervous about trusting you. I'm going to use Nature's Whispers and just see. So see a relationship, see if anything comes out of there for me. Nicole, friendship. Then I'm going to have a look at Tanya Peterson and Arena, and then Marlon. Kazza, Lynn, and Christine. So I've got all of you guys on my list at the moment. Nicole, friendship, trust. Friends a little reluctant or a little wary. Let me just have a look at that. Nicole. Friendship, other friendship. Now, Nicole, what I'm going to say with the other person is I feel like they're holding back a little bit. I feel like you're not hearing everything, the whole story. I feel like I'm being a little bit... holding a little bit back from myself, This is the other person. I don't feel like you've heard the whole story. So it could be like cracking a nut open, but I feel like I want to get to the bottom of that. So I feel like there's more, yeah, and that's a little bit frustrating. It feels like it's not finished, it's not closed, there's not a lot of closure there. So I would like to crack that nut open, but you can only do so much. Now, this is amazing. Look at this. This is the full moon. Illumination, shedding light on the situation. For me, yeah. So talking about friend, shedding some light on illumination, that's the full moon. You know, when the full moon's out and you can actually see everything, you know, it's like walking around in daylight. Now, opening my heart a little bit more, that's the full moon on that side again, full moon. That's releasing. We know full moon is releasing, letting go of anything I can't control, anything that isn't serving my greatest good and highest purpose. You can see the swan is sort of circling here. That's quite protective around her throat. Quite protective. She's exposing her neck, but you can also see the male. There's a male in there as well. So that can be sort of a symbol of relationship, but this is also friendship. So it's opening your heart, trusting, really, in other words. The full moon is there too. The swan, she's exposed her neck, and the swan sort of protecting that area. So it's quite protective card for me. Catching your breath is in the present. So it's just taking a little bit of time out. Space, not doing anything dramatic, catching your breath. Vulnerability moving forward. Now, what this speaks to me of with your friend is actually talking to her in a way that, you know, I'm scared too. You know, I feel nervous as well. Really trying to relate at that level, vulnerability. So it's showing a side that you haven't shown before. Full moon again. You got full moon and 3 of 4 cards. Full moon. So there's a bit of releasing to be done before this can be healed, a bit of releasing, letting go of what's come before, okay? So hopefully that makes sense, but vulnerability is really opening yourself up, putting yourself out on a limb, and trying to relate to the other person in that way. If you can show that you can be vulnerable and open, the other person will respond accordingly, okay? Until that happens, that's the work we need to do. Tanya Peterson, staying home or not? Now, Tanya, I'm going to use my pendulum, so I'm just going to come over here, connect to my guide, and see what I need to know about Tanya Peterson, staying home or not. Let me just make sure I've got a good connection over here. Fabulous. Okay, now Tanya Peterson, staying home or not. You can see when I'm connecting to my guide because the pendulum stays completely still. Tanya Peterson, staying home or not? Staying home or not? Tanya Peterson, I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. Stay in home, question mark. I am getting a yes for staying home. That's quite a big yes, clockwise. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Now, Arena Burrow, work. Which direction? Work. Life purpose. Going to have a look at life purpose for you, Arena. Then I'm coming to Marlon. Merlin's been waiting on very patiently. Marlon, I'm coming to you after that. Okay, beautiful Belinda, still watching. Hello. Nicole, perfect, wonderful. Lisa, what's your question for the pendulum? I can see you've said pendulum. Oh, current situation. Do you see a time frame? Beautiful, Lisa. I've seen you, Lisa. Well done for posting. So the pendulum is good because I can do quick yes, no. Current situation resolved in my favor. Now, if you've got any health or healing questions every week, let me know because I do a lot around health and healing and my guide's just letting me know. Make sure you tell them, she is a gypsy type character and she works very closely with me in the realm of health. So if you've got any health questions, please ask and I'm happy to have a look at that. But as always, I recommend seeing a doctor if it's something serious. Okay, so Arena, work which direction? Lisa, I have written your name down, Kasha. And I will definitely come to you. I'll ask the pendulum for an answer regarding that. I'll just write your surname a little bit better because I won't be able to read that later. Arena Burrow, work which direction? Arena, I'm just going to come into your energy. Thank you everyone else who is posting. If you want to connect one-on-one, feel free to click the link and post book now. Time to decide, Arena. So time to decide which direction. We might have to make a decision. Yeah, we're going to at the crossroads. Time to decide is there. It's called confirmation. We're going to continue. These are life purpose cards at the moment. Thank you everyone, as I said, for watching. If you want to connect one-on-one, I do a beautiful reading healing combo. An hour and a half of pure delight. If you'd like to connect, book now is on my page, Michelle Price, the Lightworker. The link is in the post. I would love to connect with you. I'm also a mentor, so I can help teach. I can also do Reiki teaching on the Sunshine Coast, whatever you feel like you need. Okay, Arena, which direction are we heading in, Arena? Let's have a look at the cards. I just want to get a bit of direction here. Arena. What I do want to say with the numbers on that time to decide card, I feel like noticing numbers. 222 springs up for me, 222. So notice 222s in particular. That will show you you're heading in the right direction. It'll also be an indication. If you ask for a sign, is this direction or is that the direction? Notice 222s. Heart's desires here. So follow your heart. That is looking back at childhood. What were we really good at? What did we say we wanted to do when we were a kid? That sort of thing. Heart's desires. That's what I did with this. So I was made redundant. And so I was like, what's my skill? What is my, little thing that I've always been able to do? And that is reading, healing, touching people, knowing what they're feeling, thinking, what their injuries are, all that sort of stuff. I've always done that. So that's heart's desire. It's going back, remembering what your gifts are, what your natural skills are. So that can help you give a direction, get a direction. Wonderful. Career change. It's there in the present. So definitely happening. Career change. So that's in the present. We're going to make a decision. Trust. That's heart as well. So they're the same card essentially. Trust, heart's desires. Trust, heart's desires. Follow your intuition. Let me just see if I can give me an indication around either way. But there's nothing here sort of give me a particular industry at the moment. Let me just see if I can get an indication around where we're doing this. What I want to say is softening. So it's more feminine. In terms of direction, in terms of which way you're heading, I want to say more feminine. Feminine is softer energy. It's not as much yang, high energy, adrenaline, all of that sort of stuff. Feminine, softer. So softening is what I want to say. So in terms of direction, have a look at which way would be more feminine for you. Creative energy, that sort of thing. Spiritual, but more soft. Yeah, softening. So, Arena, hopefully that helps you make a decision, but it's decision time for sure. Career change. We're following our heart in terms of that. Guiding us. Marlon, I am at you. Marlon's very excited, I am sure. Marlon, I'm here. Romance. Let's have a look. So, love. Now, it was love returning or when they were going to let you go, wasn't it? Was it love returning or when they were going to let you go? Marlon, if you could just clarify Let me just go back through and see if I can find Marlon's question. Marlon. Let's go back here. Work. Where was your love question? Oh, it was just around love, May and June. All right, good. There was someone else who was asking about love, but it was a different sort of inquiry. Okay, love, romance. Let me have a look. May, June, Marlon. Let's have a look at that. Oh, that's right. Kazalyn was asking the other romance question. Kazalyn, you're up next, love. So stay online. Give me lots of feedback. I'd love to hear from you all. Feedback. I love it. Let me know if I'm on track or not. I'd love to hear that. Marlon. I am on here now. Yes, I'm down to the bottom, and it's just love. So I'm just having a look at that for yourself. Let's have a look. Marlon, what I want to say is let your hair down, love. Let your hair down. Have a bit of fun. Let your hair down, yeah? Relax, yeah? Let your hair down is what I want to say. True love, bottom of the deck. Here we are, Antony and Cleopatra. Marlon, romance, true love, yeah? Antony and Cleopatra, that's the greatest love of all time, surely. So that's bottom of the deck. That's a great one. Codependency is past into now. Okay, so that indicates that we have been an enabler potentially in a relationship. So that's when someone is, doing something that's not super good for them, whether it's gambling, smoking, drinking, drugs, whatever it is, we have enabled or allowed that behavior. So that's codependency in the past into now. It's generally an enabling behavior. It can go either way. So it could have been someone else enabling you, vice versa, but enabling past into now. In the present, this is not trying to control this person coming in. We need to let go. That's why I'm saying let your hair down. Very much the same story here. Let go of control, let your hair down, okay? Relax. It's all happening. Now, moving forward, worth waiting for. This person is coming. That's the future though. So it's not immediate, future, worth waiting for. Now, let me use a pendulum. I'll just ask around months. You were asking about May, June. Let me ask about that. Marlon, just going to connect to my guide and just make sure I've got a nice connection here. Marlon, romance, this person, are they coming in May? Let's ask the question. That is this month. Are they coming in May? Just want to ask the question around Marlon. Is this person coming in May? I'm getting a no. Thank you to my guide. What I also want to ask then is June. Do we have a connection coming in June for Marlon? Okay, we're getting a no for that. Thank you. Let me ask about July. May, June, July. July, is there a connection coming in July with this person coming in? Person coming in July. Are they coming in July? Marlon, I'm getting a yes. Thank heavens. Look at that. Clockwise, you can see that. A small yes coming in July, May, June, July. So I've got July for you. I've got a yes. Okay, Marlon, hopefully that answers your question. So we were 1 month off with your question, May, June. It is July showing up for me as a yes. Kazalyn, romance, peace from ex. Now, I'm going to use these cards, Kazalyn, because they are about relationships, okay? It's going to use the same cards, Kazalyn, romance, peace from ex. Going to have a look around that. Now, I do feel quite stressed in your energy. A lot in my head. There's a lot of stress and worry, yeah, going on with you. Not surprising. Weight in your shoulders too. There's a lot of responsibility. I want to shrug it off, yeah. So anything around the ex, any guilt, blame, whatever it is, I feel like there was a lot put on you, and I feel like I want to get rid of it. Salt bath, amazing. Salt water, bathtub, sea, whatever you need to do. Let's transmute that energy, love. Lots of salt. Cleansing, yeah, disconnecting, cutting cords, however you do that. Get a nice healing even, yeah. That will be very, very good. I want to separate my energy from that other person. When they're able to reach out, it means that there's still a cord. So if you have had any contact, if they reach out on the phone, SMS, messenger, social media, that's them reconnecting. If you've disconnected, that's them reconnecting. Now I'm feeling a little ache in my back, a little pain in my back. If you notice a little sharp pain that is on the back right for me, that'll be your back left. That can indicate a cord or a hook, yeah? So I do feel like there is still a connection, okay? So we need to make sure that we disconnect. Now, past into now, this is healing family stuff. That can be relating to parent issues, causing issues with family. So having a think about his upbringing and your upbringing, the ex, and whether there's a connection there as well. Definitely a cord though, still connecting you, and it's aching in my back right, which will be your back left because I'm mirror. So just notice a little achy feeling, can be sharp sometimes, pain in that part of your body that's showing me in my back in particular. So definitely a connection we need to disconnect from the ex. You deserve love, you are lovable. That's self-love in the present, working through that for yourself. Yeah, you need to disconnect that cord though, sweetheart. So get a healing. I can do that remotely, or if you have a person where you are to be able to do that, that would be amazing. Now, engagement is there in the future. So that means someone ready to make a commitment to you. Different energy though, different. But you need to disconnect from the ex. They can also be putting everything down on paper and burning it under the full moon, getting rid of the ex that way. But I would like to disconnect that cord. That's the only thing. If you want to touch base with me, fabulous. Otherwise, find someone in the area who can do that, disconnecting cords. Engagement shows me commitment moving forward. Bottom of the deck is getting to know each other. So that's someone new coming in. Someone new coming in. Yeah. So looking ahead, but doing any sort of healing as well with family stuff. Anything from childhood that you can heal. I'm getting a lot of indications. Yes, yes, yes. You need to heal family stuff. Christine Marie Clark, Connection to Spirit. Hey, here we go, Christine. Now, I will be jumping off shortly, but I just want to do Christine and also Lisa Kasha. Current situation, we're going to do the pendulum for Lisa. Thank you for watching. If you want to connect one-on-one, I'd love to talk to you. Love to talk to you. Casaline, I'm with you. Hopefully, Casaline, that made sense. I have just done the romance card for you. Please let me know if that made sense. I love to get feedback, as always. Christine Marie Clark, I'd like to know I'm on track. Connection to Spirit. Connection to Spirit. Okay, Christine Marie Clark, Connection to Spirit. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Christine Marie Clark, what I'm going to say with you, I do feel quite empathic, and just notice also empath. So notice when you have certain feelings that turn up and they're not yours. So sometimes when spirit's around, they can make me angry, sad, you know, frustrated, anxious is a common one when spirit's around, because I feel everything. I feel their energy. So I feel like with you, it's quite empathic. So you may not be doing the clairvoyance so much, the seeing, but I do feel empathic. So I feel like able to feel the other energies. I also feel a sense of clairsentience, and clairsentience is actually physical feeling. So that's where I feel like someone's headaches, you know, someone's backache, someone's missing arm. I feel physically, I have all the clairs, but I feel physically as well. So that's clairsentience. Now, this is an interesting one. Past into now, miracle. That's double 3. That shows me great strength. That shows me you're a healer, because it's 3, strength, Holy Trinity, all of those things doubled. So, you know, that is a healer. That is a healer. So Reiki, you know, any of the healing abilities, you know, any of the healing modalities, I should say, that you can study would be really great. But you know, this is miracle stuff. Yeah, performing healing, that sort of thing. For me, past into now. Now, Merkaba, sorry, that is also belief in self, belief in miracles, yeah. Merkaba's in the present, that is sacred geometry, my friend. That is Metatron. So I feel like you're working with Metatron. So notice the numbers, notice the symbols for you. Numbers and symbols, numbers and symbols. That could be numerology, astrology, numbers and symbols. Coding, I'm very good at coding, you know, Da Vinci Code, that sort of thing. Very interesting book if you haven't read it. Coding, number symbols, Merkaba, that's working with Metatron. That's a magic symbol, this as well, magic. 3 into is 5, major change in all areas. Get ready. There's some stuff coming. If you want to connect with me one-on-one to do this sort of thing, life purpose, I love it. Yeah, I can go in a lot of detail one-on-one. Soul time moving forward. 4 is getting ready to receive. That is getting down to this soul connection type stuff. It's connecting into your soul, but also recognizing other members of our soul group as well. But what is your soul speaking of? What does your soul need? It's really getting down to that now. So very, very deep, connecting into that. Bottom of the deck is integration. How does it all come together? Now, I've mentioned a few gifts with you. Clairsentience, clair empath, a few different gifts. How do we integrate those? That's quite a masculine thing. That's the actions. The triangles are quite masculine. Circular is more feminine. So integration, there's an integration happening. Everything is going to fit in well together. That's also 3, great strength, Holy Trinity, triangle, very strong. We've been through a lot. It's using your life experience now to help and heal others. But connecting to spirit is just focusing on the empath abilities. But what you need to do is cut, you know, disconnect from other energies, because that can weigh you down. We don't carry on the anger, resentment, recognize what is yours and what's not yours as well. Definitely have a real feeling that you can sense spirit, but maybe just through empath and feeling at the moment, physical, like I feel, you know, injury, illness, that sort of thing. Amazing. Yeah, very, very gifted. You just need to develop those a little bit more. If you want to connect to one-on-one, more than happy to talk you through that. Lisa Cash, your current situation resolved in my favor. Let's have a look at that. This is a pendulum. Just going to have a look at that. Current situation resolved in my favor. Just making sure I've got a good connection. Okay, perfect. Lisa Cashin's current situation resolved in my favor. Will it be resolved in my favor? Let's see. Lisa, I'm getting a yes. That is a circular motion in a clockwise direction. That is my yes. I'm getting yes, so that is great. Well done. Congratulations. Everyone else that I've missed, I apologize. I got to everyone certainly who was on my list. If you'd like to connect one-on-one, I will stay after the show and answer any questions you may have. I would love to talk to you during the week, but otherwise I'll catch you next week, same time. Have a wonderful time. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.